Yeah, this Mike with Dry Creek Outfitters. I am going to tie a mole fly. It's a Charlie Craven pattern. I like it for blue-winged olive emergers. You can tie it all the way down into the high 20s for midge emergers as well. Pretty simple, two materials. What you'll see is I have some gel spun poly, GSP, very light diameter gauge thread. This is a 12/0, I think, from Simplify. I've got 4 or 5 different plumes already prepped. So what I did is I took all these CDC plumes, got the tips even, brought the fibers down. Oh, I lost one right there, so put it back in. Get that all situated. Get that where I want. I'm going to come down here to get this a little better working environment out of the frame. So then I'm going to use roughly 3/4 to a hook shank worth of this plume, and I'm going to tie it in right about an eye length behind the eye of the hook on the shank. So I'm going to come in with this slick thread and with slick feathers like CDC is slick. You're going to have to use some tight wraps. So I got that wrapped in. I'm going to just kind of build up a little bit of a thread base at the butts of those CDC feathers. Put a little pressure, get it where I want it. Then I'll advance this thread down to a little past where the barb would intersect on a horizontal or a vertical plane here. So then I'm going to take some, it's called the mole fly, but you actually use beaver to tie it. So take a little bit of beaver. Should be able to see that. You'll see some long guard hairs in here. You can pull those out. Just going to save you a little time when you're dubbing it, because when those poke out, you're going to once you dub this on the thread and dub the body, you'll have those poking out. So I have this. This is probably a little bit too much, so I'm just going to take a little off. I'm going to build a little dubbing noodle. So I'm just going to extend these fibers out to where it's longer than it is wide. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to lengthen this thread. I'm going to tilt the vise up. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to put a little touch of dub on the tip, and then down at the bottom you won't be able to see this very well because I'm in macro. I did the tips and the butt. So now I'm going to slide this noodle up to where the tips will catch when I twist it under that, where the hook and the thread intersect. And then what happens is I have a nice little piece of dubbing to work. Then I'm going to use my rotary function, wrap this up, get up close to that, build a little profile. Come in like that. Get that tied up. I think that's a decent picture. I'm going to come in with whip finisher. I'm going to walk my hand up the whip finisher to where my fingertips are at the tip of it here. I could pull that CDC puff out of the way. 1, 2. This is a pretty slick thread, so you could do 2 or 3 wraps the first time. I'm going to do 2 the first time, or whip finishes, and then 3 the second. Makes it real durable. That. Come back with the razor. And there you have a very effective emerger pattern. This is a blue winged olive color. I could probably go a little more olive with this CDC tuff if I wanted to. If you want, you can take a little Velcro and bug that out to where it's nice and buggy and sexy. And that is the mole fly. Charlie Craven pattern works great on emerger patterns. I've had fish look completely past a very nice comparadon and move to this in the back of that or in the front of it and eat this fly over comparadons, parachutes, etc. Again, it's tied on a curved hook, so this body is going to break the film a little bit. It's going to ride, kind of like that. So I think the fish look at it as an emerging mayfly, midge, etc. But that is mole fly. Great pattern, easy to tie, 2 materials, and very effective. Thanks for watching.